Thank you. Can you hear what we're saying? Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. We have really been looking forward to getting back on this amazing event and really looking forward to be here again this year. A lot has happened for us the last year. We are about to publish our first book with Politikens Forlag about biohacking and energy, which we wrote because for us, biohacking and health is all about creating enough energy to live the life that we want. So we asked the questions: do you have the energy to be the person that you want? And do you have the energy to be the friend, the partner, and the colleague that you want in life? If not, all the answers will be in our new book. So for us, biohacking is about creating enough energy. And it's built on our experience over the last 15 years working with different kind of companies, high performers within the business life, and professional athletes. So for us, biohacking is that we as individuals take responsibility for our internal and our external environment, and we do so by looking at the wisdom of the past and the science of today. Many people think that longevity, biohacking, and all this health is about the magic supplement, a new treatment, or some other crazy gadget that will give you a long and healthy life. Just look around in this event. There's so many new and exciting things at Copenhagen Health Week. But sorry folks, it will be like putting a gold roof on a shitty wood house. You're not yet mastering the fundamentals, and you're trying to quick fix and sub-optimize your way to better health and more energy. And that is actually one of the worst things you can do. So when we work with biohacking and we work with our health, we always work with the connection between the body and mind, and we are working with creating health from the bottom up and building a really strong foundation. And what you see here is our overall topics that we work with, also the topics that our book is all about. So first of all, we have the physical foundation, which is all about sleep optimization, breathing, movement, exercise, and all these kind of things. And then we have the mental foundation, which is all about mindfulness, meditation, a lot of anything, inner dialogue that Jeanette will tell you more about in a moment. And then we have our stress management. We don't put stress in a bad category. We see there is bad stress, there's good stress, and we work how you can optimize your recovery so you can build a stronger you. Then we have the module about the right fuel. And it's not a strict diet. It is simple strategies that will give you optimizing your diet and making your blood sugar more stable so you have increased and stable energy during the day. And then we have our favorite module about connection, which for many can be quite surprising talking about when we are talking about biohacking and longevity. But as you will find out in a moment, it is actually really important for our health and longevity. And then we have the last module, which is all about our why. Why do we want to be, to have more energy? Why do we want to create better health? And then, of course, also creating better habits. And in all these modules, we strongly believe that the body and mind is just as important as the other one. And it's quite funny because in this biohacking world, the mind part is actually a quite often overlooked part, but not in ours.
No. So a big part of our book is trying to explain why you can't separate body and mind. It's like, it doesn't really make sense. It's all connected. What happens in the mind will affect the body, and what happens in the body will affect the mind. So we really need to get out of this silo thinking about either it's physical or it's mental. It's not just interconnected. You can't separate them. So the book is a lot about explaining how you can understand this body-mind connection and how you can work with it to optimize your health. The mind is, the mind is so profound that maybe even that's where biohacking starts. You could have the perfect health routine, perfect sleep, perfect exercise, perfect diet. If you have an inner dialogue, if you have an inner emotional state which is filled with worries, stress, and anxiety, that will compromise that health in ways you won't believe. You create, or the mind creates, thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of thoughts every single day. Many of them repetitive, many of them negative, due to evolutionary survival mechanisms, childhood programming. But as a matter of fact, if you run on automatic pilot, there's quite a big chance that you automatically create a lot of stress in your body. Your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So if you, with these many negative thoughts, if you imagine danger, your body will respond with a stress reaction. It creates cascades of stress hormones trying to make you ready for that danger, the danger you imagined. So just think about how many worries you have, maybe just in one day, that never, ever, ever become reality. So not only does that stress reaction, it doesn't feel good. It feels horrible, actually. The worse the experience is. But it also takes a lot of energy. And long-term, this long-term inner stress, emotional stress, will affect your body. It causes inflammation. It causes mess, or it can cause mess in all your hormones. It can cause long-term effect, even maybe early cellular aging. So we really need to become conscious of this inner dialogue and take it serious if we want to take care of our health. There's many ways to do it. Meditation is one of them. We're going to explore that deeper in the book, also because it has a lot of benefits on the brain. Don't get me started, that's a whole talk in itself. But really, getting a conscious and healthy connection to yourself is key to your health. Another connection that is overlooked in this field is your relationships. So your relationships are not just an emotional luxury. It's actually a biological necessity. What happens if we start on a more intimate level? I can give an example. When you connect to another human being or another living creature, could be a dog, when you connect, when you bond with another person, you create this hormone called oxytocin. Oxytocin is often referred to as the sex hormone because you also create it when you have sex, but you don't need to run around having sex with everybody. You can just connect. And the connection can happen. It doesn't have to be with close ones. It could be with a colleague, a friend, the one sitting next to you. It's when you feel a connection, when someone is listening to you, when you feel seen. And oxytocin is not just about love and connection, it affects your body in so many positive ways. It improves immune function, lowers all the stress hormones, and we've even seen studies showing that it can improve healing. So there's lots to say about oxytocin. But if we look into a more psychological, broader perspective, we've also seen a study from Harvard called
The study of adult development.
Long word. They followed a group of people for more than 80 years now, still going on. And the findings are clear. It's not cholesterol levels. It's not wealth. It's not career successes that predicts how long and how long you're going to live and how healthy you're going to be. It's the quality of your relationships. And it's not just the close relationships. It's not just family. There's findings now showing that being part of a tribe or a community where you feel safe is key to your health. Another finding in the study is about the opposite, loneliness. And the effects of loneliness is on the level of all the known risk factors that we know. It's actually compared to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Just think about it. Bad relationships can actually, or loneliness, can actually shorten your lifespan. So, when we talk about health, in our perspective, we really need to broaden the perspective so it doesn't only include the body, it also includes the emotional body, but it for sure also includes the space between us. So focusing on building safe, loving, healthy spaces between all of us is key to your health. And talking about safe spaces, you can even trace it down to your gene expression.
Yeah, and it's, thank you for that, and that is totally correct. There is actually, humans are what we can call herd and social animals, and we really need others to survive. And in all respect, we have a lot in common with monkeys. And there's a lot, actually a quite interesting study from the US showing that taking a monkey she and removing her from her normal herd to a new herd where she's not knowing the other animals. Nothing else was changed, neither sleep, diet, nothing else beside changing the environment. And nevertheless, there was a significantly change in her genes. Actually, you could measure 1,000 of her genes were either up or down regulated. And suddenly, this she-monkey was producing more inflammatory toxins and other kind of toxins that affect the immune system, so it was weaker. And this actually shows that going from socially secure to socially insecure can actually affect and change our gene expression. I think it's so crazy that just being secure and not being insecure, and then suddenly being insecure can change down to our gene expression. And it's all about the environment. So if you want to have a good strategy for creating a good and healthy life, then you really have to look into building up strong connections, as Jeanette was just talking about, because it has a huge effect on everything from your immune system to your energy levels, and back to that we want to create enough energy so we can live the life that we all want. So we can actually recode our genes with the people that we associate with. And just as Jeanette said earlier, it is also opposite. So good connection can recode our genes in a good way. Bad connection can recode our genes in a bad way. So we really have to look into this if we want to create a long and good, healthy life. Yeah. So to sum up for our small presentation today is create a strong foundation. Stop building a gold roof on a shitty wood house. Get your inner dialogue in order and then build strong connections. And with that said, then we have to do a small but deep exercise together.
Please don't go, please don't go, please don't go. We have the best part for the end. Yeah, because why not use this, this situation to create some oxytocin? We don't need to cuddle, don't worry. We'll do just this small experiment. If we can create some oxytocin, I need to say that some of you might create stress instead of. It's because we're not used to this intimacy. And think about that for a little while. But are you ready? It's not dangerous. No one dares to do the nodding. Just turn towards your neighbor. Someone is leaving now, that's okay. Just turn towards your neighbor for a second, or just look at the person. It's not dangerous, just as if you were going to have a conversation. Maybe you even say, hello, my name is. And then you start seeing if you can imagine how this person looked when they were 5 years old. So just use your imagination. What would this person, what did she or he look like when she or he were 5 years old? So it's okay to stare now. And then from this, looking at that 5-year-old, just try and stay in eye contact for a little while. And this is when the stress reaction can happen. Just take notes. Do a breathwork session later on. but see if you can relax into this tiny little connection, communication, with no words. If it's too horrible, then say hi or something. Just stay in connection or notice that you can't. Relax into it. And maybe even enjoy it. If you can enjoy it, if you can connect, your body is now slowly but surely releasing oxytocin. All right, I'll let you off the hook. Yeah. Sorry, Khan. I'll let you off the hook now. But just take this with you guys. You don't need to stare at each other, but stay connected to all the little kids running around here. We're all just innocent little kids running around.
Yes, thank you for that one. And then the last part, actually Politikken have managed to do a good offer only for the audience here at Copenhagen Health Week. We also have some flyers up here if you want to read more about the book. It is in Danish. And there will be around 20% of discount ordering it during this weekend. So you can just scan the QR code or take one of the flyers here on stage.
And it's important to say the book is out at the end of December.
Yes. So that was all. Yeah. We can take pictures. Yeah.
Anyone have a question?
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, my name is Rosa. I'm from Mexico, and this is just a comment. It's not a question per se. But Mexicans, we are really open, really social, really... And I would like Danish people here, so maybe can be like a little bit more open, like a little bit connect with foreigners, because that's something the foreigners we struggle with, like connecting with Danes.
Yes.
So that's just a comment.
Thank you
so
for
much.
that one, and you're totally correct.
Teachers, please.
Yeah. Any other comments or questions? I think we can read to do one more. No?
I think the time is up as well.
The time is up. Jeanette is telling me. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for meeting up.